Hello everyone, what's going on? This is Taina here. Ooh, my hair. And now, okay, no. And today is another pick a card reading that I got for you guys. This is going to be what is their first impression of you, or what was their first impression of you, I should say. That sounds more better. What is their first impression of you? Okay? Or what is their first impression of me, as I always like to put it in your guys' perspective. Okay, now I do want you guys to keep in mind that this is a general reading. Okay, so with that being said, things may or may not resonate with you. If the message doesn't resonate, the message probably isn't for you. You should go find another YouTuber that can help you in regards to your current situation. Okay, now my business email and my website will also be provided down below in case you guys would like to inquire within a private reading, and also timestamps will be provided down below in the description box as well. Okay, also, if you can, make sure you leave a like, click the subscribe button and the bell in order to be notified on when I post other pick a card readings. Okay, and make sure you can also kindly do so. Leave a comment down in the comment section down below and let us know what pile you have chosen today and if it resonated with you or not. You guys know I love it when you guys do that. I always leave my hearts, I always leave my love and my light. Send my love and light to you guys. Okay, I'm trying to make sure that I did not miss anything else, which I don't believe so. Oh yes, I would like to also advise before we get started and everything to let you guys know that this pick a card reading can be for anybody. It can be a friend, a family member, it could be even a loved one that you are if you are in communication with, if you're in non-communication with. Okay, it doesn't matter. Okay, it does not matter at all. It could be for all different types of people here. Okay, and also I would also like to advise too that while you are when it comes not while when it, well, I guess yeah, while too, but when it comes to choosing your pile, okay, when it comes to choosing your pile, please make sure that you have a person in mind when it comes to choosing your pile. Okay, because I know I have certain people or certain subscribers, I should say, that sometimes they'll write in the comments, well, I don't know if it goes for this person, I don't know if this goes for another another person and everything. Make sure that when you have the intention of choosing your pile, make sure you have that person in mind so that you can get an accurate reading on who the reading is going and leaning towards. Okay, so you don't get confused and you're not sitting here thinking, oh, I don't know who it is, if it's this person or that person or this person. You have the person already in your mind while you meditated and picked the spread and everything, or while you have them in mind while you're choosing your spread. So just take that into consideration. Okay, and like I said, it doesn't even have to be a loved one that you're currently with or you're in separation from. It could be a friend, it could be a family member. I said again, it does not matter. Okay, same rules apply. All right, so I'm going to show you guys the spreads, and we're gonna get started. Okay, awesome sauce. All right, let's go. Let's get it. Okay, so here are the piles. Okay, so this is pile 1, or the pile with my rose quartz crystal. Ooh. My rose quartz crystal or stone. We got pile 2 with my black onyx crystal or stone. We got pile 3 here with my golden topaz stone or crystal. Okay, and then we got pile 4 here with my unikite jasper crystal. Okay, so you could pick from the stone or you can pick the number, whichever one you feel correlates to your person. Okay, whichever person in mind that you have. Oh, here's my little footsie. Hi guys. Okay, so you could pause the video at any time, meditate on your spread if you need to. Please, I would highly advise you guys to meditate on your spread. Don't pick a random spread, because I feel as though also another thing is that certain people get disappointed and they feel that the reading is very inaccurate, but I feel as though it's because you guys don't sit there and meditate. I love you guys, but please work on your meditational skills. If that makes sense, if that's a real word, meditational. Yeah, but work on your meditation skills and actually sit, pause the video, take time, breathe in and out. Okay, and really use your intuition in order to choose your pile. Okay, don't just pick a pile, because then of course that's going to lead to sometimes inaccuracy and stuff. So also bear in mind with that, take that into consideration. All right. So I hope you guys chose your spread. Like I said, you could take time to pause the video at any time, and you can go back if you need to in order to pick whichever spread, okay? All right. Just putting these over to the side. All right, now we're going to start with people who chose pile 1, okay, or the rose quartz crystal or stone, okay? Take it however it is, you know, crystal, stone, you know. It's still a mineral, okay? It's a mineral. All right. Okay, so we have 8 of Cups in reverse. All right. We have Ace of Pentacles. We have King of Cups. We got the Magician. And we got Queen of Pentacles, okay? All right, so for some of you, I feel as though you may be inquiring about a soulmate twin flame connection, possibly also a crush that could potentially be a soulmate or twin flame. With me just seeing the King and Queen of Pentacles right away, it doesn't necessarily have to be, like I said, take it as, you know, it could be a family member, it could be a friend, you know, etc., etc. But I do see, though, you know, for certain people that did potentially chose this group, I do see that you may be inquiring about a twin flame soulmate connection, that it could, you know, it could potentially be in separation, you're in separation from, or like I said, you know, it could be somebody that you are crushing on that could be potentially a soulmate twin flame connection and everything, okay? All right. But I do definitely see here something with soulmate twin flame, okay? Okay. So with the 8 of Cups in reverse, I feel as though when it comes to this person, I feel as though they feel, well, their first impression of you is that they feel, or they've seen you in sort of a lighting where you struggle from walking away from things that no longer serve you, okay? Because 8 of Cups is always talking about when it's upright, walking away from things that no longer serve you. So I feel as though with it being in reverse, I feel as though they see that you have a struggle. You struggle in times where you need to walk away from certain things that no longer serve you. I feel as though this person may have advised you, or they want to be sort of an advisor on trying to help you from walking away from things that no longer serve you, okay? I feel as though this person feels that, I get the sense that you are a very emotional person, or you have the tendency of being very emotional, like, you know, overly emotional at times. And I do see also here that this person genuinely sees you as, you know, maybe also suffering from maybe like I was gonna, not like so much like a mental illness or anything like that, like to some degree, maybe for a small sum of you, but they just see you like in a lighting where it's like you sort of let depression sort of take over you and burden you, and that's sort of like maybe like a weigh-in on why you struggle from walking away from things that no longer serve you, because you have maybe this strong bond or this strong connection emotionally, and you attach yourself so deeply emotionally to certain things and certain aspects of your life, and that's why they see you, that you struggle so much from walking away from things that you should be walking away from. And I think, you know, I see that as that was one of their first impressions of you, is that you struggle and you have this lacking of walking away from things that no longer serve you, okay? And that, like I said, you may also, you know, suffer from actual depression, or you have this element there where you give off this sort of like depressive type of vibe, and it's because you have so much emotions within yourself, you know? Because I see, like, you know, from the 8 of Cups and the King of Cups, it's like sort of like an emotional energy here, okay? This is all about you. It's all about their impression of you, okay? We have Ace of Pentacles here. So Ace of Pentacles, I feel as though they see you as the type of person that you can have new beginnings. You like to start and develop new beginnings, and I feel like a lot of the time, okay? Maybe for a small sum of you, it's not all the time, but you're, you know, maybe for that small sum, it's like you are, but they see you as being open to accepting and having these new beginnings, okay? But I feel like for another sum of you, or a big sum of you, yeah, you're always opening and expanding and starting new beginnings plenty, okay? You're like an ace. You always are new beginnings, okay? You're always starting new beginnings. And I feel as though this person, they see you too as you're very good with money. I feel like you're very good with heavily with finances, especially with this big pentacle being here. Okay, so I feel like they just see you in a lighting where it's like you have the potential maybe to have your own business, whether you are an entrepreneur or not, or or if that's not like the case, like they just see you as like the potential to thrive and to strive within your workplace, excuse me, because of the fact that you are so good with finances, that you're so good with money. I feel like also too, like you may be good with savings, with, you know, saving money, or the way that you spend money. You know, it's like you know how to work with money. Okay, you know, you might, I also got, I don't know, like a drive to, you might be a banker or something. Maybe that's her energy in particular, or so for small, some of you, something about being a banker, or you know, you have knowledge of money, or maybe somebody in your family works as, you know, a bank teller or something, or somewhere in like the bank facility type of thing. But if that, like I said, if that's not the case, you know, it's not going to resonate with everybody. I just feel as though, you know, they really see you as always opening doors to new opportunities, and, you know, always having new beginnings within yourself, and that, you know, you're very good when it comes to your finances. You know how to work with finances. You're very good with your money, you know, and I feel as though you know how to sort of be abundant on your own. You know how to make money kind of usher in and come in. Okay, we have King of Cups here. Okay, so king of, you know, it could be a king, it could be a queen. Take it however it resonates, okay, to your situation, if you're a male or a female. Okay, but I feel as though, you know, it doesn't matter. The king or queen doesn't have to apply in that sort of way. Like I said, this is about just their impression of you. Okay, but with the King of Cups, I feel as though, again, it's sort of like that signification and clarification for me that you are a very emotional person. Okay, like it's like you wear your heart on your sleeves. You are very innocent. Okay, you have this sort of innocent vibe where it's like you're all good, you're all light. Okay, you're all about walking the light path. Okay, you're all about, you know, this innocence within yourself where, you know, you strive to be a good person. You have that vibe within yourself where you want to be a good person, and you want to show people and, you know, make the world sort of like a good, you know, a good place, and you want people to be in a good place, you know, whether you know the people or not. It's like I feel like you also have this vibe where it's like I got for like maybe a small sum of you, like you want sort of like a utopian society, where it sucks because we can't have a utopian society. And even if we have the capacity and the capability of making a utopian society, the world will fall apart because of the fact that the world would be so dull, it would be so boring, because of the fact that there's nothing going on. It's like we're all the same, we're all equal, we're all in equality. You know, it's like we're both as one. So I feel as though sometimes maybe the reasoning why we have war, conflicts, people who want to be in control and power in society, in the world, is because it makes the world so diverse, you know, where it's like, you know, we have all these choices, these decisions, you know, these ideals and stuff, and it makes the world kind of interesting and kind of more, I guess, entertaining and stuff. I know it's a effed up I guess an effed up kind of thing for society to sort of be in, but I feel as though that's your standpoint, is that, you know, maybe for, like I said, for a small sum of you, that you sort of want that whole type of utopian type of society when it comes to life itself. But again, I feel as though, like I said, you wear your heart on your sleeves. You're a very emotional person, you know, deep down inside, I feel. And, you know, you have this sort of innocent aspect within yourself where you are just the type of person that you're just all light. You're all about giving. Okay, you're all about, I feel like, just being kind-hearted, light-hearted, and, you know, you're just about that whole aspect of being good in life. You know, that's your drive, that's your strive, is to be good in life no matter what. It's like you have this niceness within yourself, which you have to be careful with. I feel like, you know, don't let anybody take your niceness for weakness. Okay, still have that, you know, that courage and that strength. But anyways, yeah, like that's their, like I said, that was another signification of their first impression of you. Okay, we have the Magician card here. So the Magician, it's funny because I see roses here, on top of the card. I also see roses on the top of the Queen of Pentacles card. So I just want to just get that little message out of the way for some of you that are in a sorry, not, I was going to say are in a relationship with this person. I mean, potentially, yeah, you may be in a relationship with this person. Like I said, these whole readings, they go for, you know, anybody in particular, but it doesn't matter if you're in a relationship, if you're in separation, whatever. But on a relationship, I'm sorry, excuse me, on a relationship aspect, okay, I feel as though this person, they do have an attraction to you, okay. I feel like they have this heavy attraction to you. I also got sexual attraction as well, okay, not just not like in a lustful way, but like they do have a sexual attraction to you, but I feel like as also they have like a romantic attraction, okay. It's not just all sexual, it's a romantic attraction there, but also, I don't know, I got in my head to say that also it's sexual attraction as well, okay. But yeah, okay. Like I said, it could be a crush, it could be somebody that you are currently with, or like I said, it could be somebody you're in separation with. It doesn't matter, okay. But like I said, that just only applied to people that they picked this for relationship, okay. But again, with the Magician card, I feel as though this person, they see you as like sort of like a manifester, okay. It's like you know how to sort of create and make things come about. I feel like they see this potential within you. But again, I feel like I'm going back to this Eight of Cups in reverse, that it's like you just don't know how to walk away from things that no longer serve you. You do have this potential and this drive when it comes to work, when it comes to other aspects of your life, on making it possible, on making things have potential to grow, to shine, okay? Especially, like I said, with the Magician card. It's like you have the ability to manifest, okay? You have that manifesting type of ability, okay? I feel as though you could be very religious or spiritual. I got like heavily spiritual because I feel like I'm very connected to spiritual people where, you know, they're into meditation, they're into yoga, you know. I feel like even fitness, I don't know why I had to bring up fitness, but you know, maybe into fitness. I also got veganism, you know, but just all aspects of like, you know how to take care of yourself. And it's like you I'm sorry for so many ums and ums. But I feel that you know how to take care of yourself. I feel like, again, the whole aspect of you are very spiritual or you're very religious, okay? You know, it doesn't have to be that you're just a spiritual person and you do law of attraction and all that stuff, because I do feel an aspect, you know, maybe you do law of attraction and that's something that you live and you stand by for. It doesn't have to be. It can just be that you're you know, very religious when it comes to Christianity, Catholicism. I think that's how it's called, but you know, being Catholic, if you want me to put it like that, like Pentecostal, Buddhism, Hinduism, you know, etc., you know, in that type of sense. And you know, you live by that, and that's what helps you, because you have that faith and you have that notion of I guess putting your faith into that. That's what helps you to drive and to strive, which honestly, I mean, I'm acceptable of all religions and beliefs and everything, but I feel as though you have the potential of creating and making your own reality. You don't really need to be invested in all these religious beliefs and systems and stuff. You know, you could do all this by yourself. But that's just me. Please don't, you don't have to take my word for it, and please don't bash me for my personal belief. But I mean, like I said, this is what they see personally in you. This has nothing to do with me, okay? But they see you as, you know, your belief helps you to strive and thrive, okay? Okay, so we have Queen of Pentacles here. So Queen of Pentacles is someone who is very well grounded, okay? Or somebody who could be, who looks at, who gets looked at and viewed as being very well grounded. So despite, you know, maybe there's these times where you get into these modes, which I do see that, you know, you get into those modes and everything, they still see you as a very well-grounded person. Like I said, again, you're very good with money. You're very good with finances. I feel like you know how to make abundance in your life. You're a very attractive person. You know, I feel like it's like, you know, you have, I think I said again, you have that independence. I'm sorry if I did repeat myself, but you know how to hold it down on your own. I feel like, you know, you show and you can, you know, and you build, you know, you show to people that you can try to build on your strength and you have stability, okay? So despite, you know, the Eight of Cups and everything, like I said, they still see you in a good lighting, and again, I feel like they do see the potential within you, but they do see that you have to learn to walk away from things that no longer serve you. That's something that you need to work on. Okay. All right, so that is it for people who chose pile 1 or they chose the rose quartz crystal or stone. Okay, I hope you guys enjoy, and I hope it resonates. Okay, love you guys, bye. All right, so now it's time for people who chose pile 2 or they chose the black onyx crystal or stone. Okay. Okay, so we got Page of Wands, we got the Lovers, we got the High Priestess in reverse, we got 4 of Swords reversed, and we got the Hierophant. Okay. Alright, so with the Page of Wands being here, I feel as though this person looks at you as being very youthful, having a very young type of spirit. Okay, doesn't have to be. It could also be that I mean, yeah, I feel like it doesn't have to be in a sense where it's like, you can also be very a very youthful person. Like your age justifies your youth. That you're very young at heart, and it's because or very young at soul, because you are a young person. Okay, like that's what I'm trying to get to, that it doesn't have to be that like you're a young person or young at heart, young at soul. It could just genuinely because of your age, it could just genuinely be that you present yourself, that even if you're an older person, you present yourself as having this very youthful type of drive within yourself. Okay, I feel as though you have this fire, this passion within yourself, like passion just to do anything and anything possible when it comes to life. Okay, I feel like in life you have the passion, you have the drive to do whatever you please, whatever you want, whatever you desire. Okay, you do have that passion there. But I feel as though because pages, they're the smaller arcanas in the deck, I feel as though they may see that you struggle and maybe you lack to putting that passion where it genuinely needs to be. Okay, you have the passion, you have the drive, you have the notion of doing what you are capable and wanting of doing, but it's like you don't know how to sort of get there and put yourself there. And I feel like that one aspect or another could probably be because you have this like sort of like youthful energy, this this youthful drive within yourself. Could also be because maybe you are genuinely young, you're a genuinely young person, maybe like an adolescent, and you still need time to grow. Okay, and even if you're not an adolescent, if you're an older person, you just may still need time to just grow. Doesn't necessarily mean you have to just let go of your roots of being sort of a child at heart or anything like that. It just means that you just have to put adulting, a little bit more adulting first, and leaving sort of like that youthful kid side a little bit behind. Okay, because I always am still a kid at heart, no matter what. I always will be, despite my age and everything, of being an adult and being in adulthood. I will always have my kid mentality and my kid soul and my kid heart. But I know that I need to, grow up. I need to develop on being an adult and put more of an adulting role as an aspect in my life. We have to sometimes leave the kiddiness behind a little bit. Okay, not all the way, but just a little bit, until you need to kind of present it when it's needed, whether it be with friends, family, or people that you feel that you can genuinely have that aspect to be put forth, and they're not going to judge you or anything. But there you go. Okay, we have the Lovers card here. Okay, so I feel as though this person feels that you are a very compassionate individual. I feel as though I got a little sense too, like maybe for a small sum of you, you may be a hopeless romantic type of vibe, and this person may see you as that. Like I got like almost like a family member or a friend that may potentially see you as that, that you may be a hopeless romantic at times, or you present yourself as like a hopeless romantic. Okay, but I feel as though genuinely for everybody here, like they do see you as a very compassionate person, a very loving person. Okay, that I feel like you really love to love. You really love to love people, and you really love to receive love. And you know, it's like you sort of have this sort of you sort of have this vibe within yourself too, that you're all about give and take, 50-50. Okay, like you have this sort of loving energy within yourself, and I feel like it's like sort of like you give love and you like to receive love. Okay, I also feel as though your heart chakra is open, because I don't know, like I'm seeing like the green really standing out to me in the picture here of the lovers. So I feel as though yeah, like you have, you know, this whole passion within yourself, this like loving passion within yourself, but you, and I feel like your heart chakra is also open, you know, to giving and receiving love, you know, and that's a good thing, because not a lot of people's heart chakras are open. That's something that's difficult for people to do and difficult for people to obtain, because of the fact that they like to be closed off, because they've been hurt so many times. But I feel as though despite, you know, the differences, despite the odds, it's like you're always open to love, despite being hurt or being neglected or being even rejected. A lot of the times you're still open and willing to have this sort of love type of element within yourself. Okay, you still focus and you still strive and thrive for love, which is good, which is awesome, because like I said, not many people have that potential and can obtain that aspect of still being open to love and still wanting to receive love. That's, you know, a lot of people just give up, and you're just like, oh well, screw it. But I feel like you still have that faith, you know, you still love people all around, you know, whether it be friends, family, relationships and stuff like that. You still have that loving thrive within yourself. Okay, we have the High Priestess in reverse. So I feel as though this person, I feel they may believe that, you know, despite that you have all these, you know, like, you know, good characteristics, you know, like I said, of being very passionate and, you know, sort of having, you know, this sort of youthful vibe to yourself at times, and you have this loving nature within yourself. I feel like, you know, they may see you as a little bit, like maybe a little bit wonky, not in a bad way, but I mean, and just sort of an aspect of like, you know, that you're kind of unbalanced, you're kind of not stable. I kind of got Temperance here when I saw the High Priestess, like, you know, like that's why I got the whole, you know, unbalancing and unstableness in here, that is on that sort of level. And that I feel like you don't really use your intuition much, you don't really use your it's like sort of like your noggin, like they feel in that sort of aspect, like you have the potential, you have the drive, like I said, where you can do a lot, you can do the impossible possibly as well, because of the fact that you have that passion. I feel like that passion is really what drives you, and I feel like they see that passion drives you in life, and that's a good thing that they can see, that you have passion there, but you're not putting your passion in a dynamic where it needs to be. And it's because they feel that you sort of have this lacking of knowledge, you sort of have this like sort of unbalancing act within yourself, and the fact that you don't really use your intuition, you don't really use your wise mind or open your third eye to seeing and letting you be guided towards how you can map out this sort of playing field in your life and how you can get to where you need to be, because you have this passion within you. You have that passion to do what it is that you want to do in this lifetime. Or how to get there, or how to get to your goals, how to make your goals, how to, you know, have a good solid foundation within a relationship or work, you know, those type of aspects. Okay, we have Four of Swords in reverse. So Four of Swords always talks about resting. I feel as though they feel like you're a very restless type of individual. Okay, and I feel as though restless type of individual, because of the fact that, like I said, I feel like they just think the unbalancing, you know, you're very unbalanced, you're not focused, you're not using, like I said, your mindset to help you with building on where you need to go, how you need to do things, structuring your life, giving yourself a foundation of stability. Okay, you, like I said again, the passion, I feel like the passion's coming up, where it's like you have the passion to doing things, but I feel as though it's like, you know, it's like sort of like you're relentless, you're restless because of the fact that you're not putting your energy where it needs to be. Your energy and your focus on your intuition, your mindset, balancing yourself out. I feel like also for some of you, it could also be putting that focus in a religious type of sense. You know, that maybe if you put your mindset and your heart, or your, well, I should say both your heart and your mindset in a religious practice, or maybe even just in a spiritual practice. You know, it doesn't have to be in a religion necessarily. It could just be in a form of spirituality that maybe that will help you and guide you ultimately, because it will turn yourself around to being the high priestess ultimately. And you'll have, you know, that knowledge, that strength, that intuition, that balancing, you know, that balancing act within yourself, where you can turn the four swords around and you can finally be at rest. You can finally be at peace, knowing that, okay, all the swords are down, and you can finally rest your mind, be at ease, because now you know what to do. Okay? But I feel as though it's because of this adolescent type of mentality or vibe that you have, whether it be because you are a youthful person, like you are a young person, or you're just young at heart and young mentally. Okay? And then we have the Hierophant. So the Hierophant, I always take it as sort of like the kind of like a commitment, major arcana court card here. Okay? So I feel as though, you know, you also have this sort of committed type of energy. I feel like you can commit to something. Like, it's like once you love something, once you have that passion and that drive for something, I feel as though you can commit to it. You can commit to these things, okay? But there's just something where, even though you have that commitment towards things, and you have that passion, you have that drive, it's like you still need to work on, again, like work on resting, work on, you know, building up your intuition, building on your mentality, building on balancing yourself out, you know, in and out. And I think you can be able to obtain whatever it is. But this is how they see you, this is how they view you, this is what this person's first impression is of you, is that you have that whole aspect there. You know, you can commit, you have passion, you have drive, you have strive, but you still have this youthful mentality or this youthful mindset, you know, where it's like you still need to grow, you still need to learn, you still need to develop certain habits and ideals in order for you to accomplish and connect the dots to that are in order and are needed in your life. Okay? Alright, so that is it for people who chose pile 2, or they chose the black onyx crystal. I also saw 333 for people who chose this crystal too as well. So maybe 333 is your life path number, or it's maybe you see synchronicities, or it's something in particular that it's like a lucky number or a number that applies to you. But okay, anyways, that is it. Sorry, again, this is it now for people who chose the black onyx crystal. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope it resonates. Okay, bye guys. All right. So now it's time for people who chose pile 3, or they chose the golden topaz crystal or stone. Okay, whichever you want to prefer to call it as. Okay. So we have 3 of Pentacles. We have the Moon in reverse. We have 2 of Swords. We have Ace of Swords reverse. And we have the Fool card. Okay. So we have 3 of Pentacles here. So with 3 of Pentacles, I feel as though you're that this person sees you as the type that you are capable of new ideals, new projects. Like it's funny, I got like maybe an energy here maybe a energy in particular, or a small energy, or small, like, like a small sum of you, that maybe you chose in pile 1. Maybe that's more information in regards to this person in particular too, or whatnot. But I don't know. I don't know why I felt the need to say that, but yeah. But definitely, I felt like maybe a small sum of you, or a couple of energies in particular, may have chosen pile 1. But anyways, back to the Three of Pentacles. I feel they see you as the type of person that you could build. It's like you're very good when it comes to ideals and new things. That you're good at building on new projects, new ideals. I feel as though it's like a lot of things are like renewed and restored in your life. Like you always get into new relationships possibly as well, or like I said, it's just a dynamic of like new things. You start new things, you build on new things, okay? You grow from new things, okay? It's like out with the old and in with the new, okay? It's just that sort of thing, okay? But it's just, I feel like in aspects of your life that that you'd like to have new things, okay? Because Three of Pentacles is all about basically starting new projects, having new ideals, it's like basically doing anything new things. Okay, so I definitely see here that whole vibe and element there, where it's like you are doing new things, you're starting new things, you're growing from new things, okay? You go about doing things in a new found perspective, okay? I feel like you're always transitioning. It's like I feel like you I was gonna say, I don't know why I was gonna say you're like kind of like a nomad when it comes to maybe your mental state and everything with new things, or the way that you sort of do the new aspects of your life, okay? And I put it into that kind of perspective because of the fact that it's like, what was I gonna say? What must it be said? I'll come back to it if anything, but yeah, like I said, you like to just have new projects, new ideals on the table and everything, and because of that, that newfound perspective and everything, it's like, this person, I feel like they're very intrigued. They find intriguement in you. They find an interest within you. I don't know. It's like they have this this desire for you, to basically be around you, whether it's like a friend, a family member, or a lover. It's like they find that, that's very cool, that, you sort of put yourself into that newfound perspective always. And it's not like, and I feel like, you're not stuck in like I feel like new ways, or like new age type of things, like, like how like sort of like life is now, where it's like the new age style, like for like you may I was gonna say, for some of you, you may have like maybe like some old school type of mentality, but also you have this dynamic where it's like you switch it up though, you switch it up with sort of like a new school type of stuff. It's funny, it's like old school meets new school, if that makes sense, okay? Alright, so then we have the Moon card in reverse. So with the Moon card upright, it's always talking about a person who, could be deceitful, could be deceptive, could also be sort of like hiding things, or being very mysterious. So I feel as though this person, they don't see you as sort of being a mysterious type of person. They see you as sort of being like an open book. You're not a deceitful person. You're not a type of, I feel like you're a type of person that you can keep it real with them. You're genuine, okay? You're very sincere when it comes to the people that are around you and you're surrounded by, okay? You have that sort of element within yourself where you give off this sort of I feel like loving, and I got loving, passionate, and an attractive type of vibe, again, because I feel like because of the Three of Pentacles, it's like you can attract people, and it doesn't, like I said, it could be on all aspects. It doesn't have to be a relationship sense. It could be also family, friends, and everything. Like, they're just very attracted to the way you love in any type of dynamic or form, that like, again, you are not a deceitful person. I feel like you're very truthful, very frugal. You know, you're very honest. If I already said that already, you know, you have this loyalty within yourself. You're not very mysterious, you know, or secretive, you know, when it comes to yourself. You're like an open book, okay? And then we have Two of Swords here. So with Two of Swords, it talks about basically sort of like being blinded and sort of like kind of guarding your heart and not really making decisions when it comes to specific things in life. It can also be between two choices, whether it be two people or two things in that nature. So I feel as though this person may feel that you can be indecisive at times when it comes to choices or decisions in your life. Like, I feel like it's almost like those like I'm sorry if you guys are like not into my whole aspect of like when I talk about video game analogy. This is just me. This is what I like. So if you don't like that, you can click off the video. Doesn't matter, okay? But I like to always put sometimes my gamer analogy into things. That's just how I am, okay? But it just kind of reminds me of like games like Mass Effect or like Life is Strange and stuff, where it's like, you know, or just basically games where in general where you have to make these big choices sometimes. Or, you know, it's like games that you make choices, but sometimes there are big choices and decisions that you have to make in these games, and they can ultimately impact your life. You know, like how regular life is, where it's like you make certain choices and decisions and they can impact your life. And I feel as though you have a tough time doing that. It's like you're sort of blinding yourself. You're not seeing how you can make these decisions, how to go about these decisions and things. And it's, you know, it's like you don't want to take off the blindfold. You really guard yourself, and sometimes you keep yourself at a standstill where you don't know what to choose, where to go, and stuff like that. You know, it's like you have a good heart, you have a good intentions, you know, and stuff. And that's why I feel like sometimes you like to sometimes go about this whole Three of Pentacles mode with new ideals and sort of drop things and start new things, because of the fact that you can't make up your mind. You're scared to, I feel like you're kind of scared probably a bit to make these new choice, to basically make a choice. So you feel like making a new choice is ultimately better than, you know, settling for deciding and making a choice between maybe two lovers, or, you know, maybe just two things in general, maybe what to eat. You know, it's like, should I have a bacon, egg, and cheese or a bagel with cream cheese? I don't know. You know, like that sort of thing. And then you just drop it and just be like, you know what, I'm just gonna have a Philly cheesesteak sandwich instead. You know, I don't know, something like that. Or have no, actually, because we're talking about breakfast here, have like some hot cakes with, you know, with some eggs and hash brown. You know, and a coffee on the side. You know, something like that. You just drop all that and you're like, okay, I'm happy and content with that. You know, yeah, it's like that type of stigma. It's that type of drive. Okay? We have Ace of Swords in reverse. So, aces talk about like, it does talk about new beginnings. Okay? So, and it also talks about communication as well. Okay? So, I feel as though maybe I feel like as though I don't take it as like the new beginnings aspect. I take it as more what the sword energy signifies, which is communication. So I feel as though you may struggle with communication, struggle with like verbally expressing, you know, certain things on how you feel. That also may be a triggering point as to why you start these new ideas, these new projects, these new objectives, because it's like, you know, you don't want to open up, you don't really want to express the fact that, you know, you struggle a bit with making these decisions, making these choices and stuff. And that's why that might be also another charade as to why you are in this Three of Pentacles type of energy. Okay? And they see you, and like I said, because this is how they see you, so they see you in this type of dynamic where it's like you can't openly express the fact that you struggle at times, and that's why, you know, you do sort of flip-flop, and it's like you sort of drop things so easily and you start new things because of the fact that you're not open to expressing and unguarding yourself, to, you know, just opening up to these type of dynamics. And I feel as though they probably want you to really do that, okay? I really genuinely want you to start letting your guard down, being more open and willing to make decisions, whether it be good or bad, you know, and they know that it's going to probably impact your life, but you know, you need to go through these things in order to learn, in order to grow, and, you know, start being open to expressing yourself, okay? We also have the Fool card here. So the Fool card always talks about well, it could talk about the element of sort of making that leap of faith, sort of jumping in and taking a chance, taking a risk, okay? But I feel as though with this Fool card, the energy that I'm getting off of it is that I feel it's sort of what it stands. The Fool. I feel like sometimes they feel like you're a little bit foolish, that it's like you don't consider in making, you know, and making these like decisions, these choices, like you're just very foolish, where it's just you don't want to take that leap of faith, okay? It's like you're too worried, you're too in your mindset, you're too drawn on, you know, the negatives and stuff, and they're just like, you know, sort of take a chance, sort of take that dive in, be the fool, you know, like you know, be like the fool in the positive aspect of, you know, just take a chance and see what happens, okay? You won't know if you don't dive in, okay? So they're saying, you know, to stop being foolish, stop monkeying around. That's their vibe there, you know, or that they see you as being foolish and monkeying around, and you know, you're not taking that steps towards, you know, being able to opening up and expressing yourself, you know, putting your guard down, making this tough, you know, basically making tough decisions and choices in your life, despite the fact that, you know, they see you're a good, genuine person, they know you have a good heart and soul and everything, but also, you know, you need to kind of build up a tough exterior and everything, but they still love you no matter what. And they see that, you know, you're very good with, you know, having and starting new projects, new ideals and stuff, and, you know, that's a really good aspect that they really like and they admire about you, okay? Alright, so that is it for people who chose pile 3, or they chose the golden topaz stone or crystal, take it however you feel it is. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope it resonates, okay? Okay, guys, bye! Alright, so last but not least, I'm going to have people who chose pile 4, or they chose the Untitled Jasper crystal, okay? Now I'm just going to move everything over for a second for the last bit, because believe it or not, my phone battery is about to die, and I don't need it to die in the process of this video. Okay. So I'm sorry guys, you might not even be able to see this because I'm gonna put timestamps on the bottom anyways. So I'm probably gonna be talking and bantering and you guys won't even be knowing, which is awesome. Alright, so now it's time for people, like I said, which was pile 4 or the Jasper Untitled crystal. Okay, alright, just want to make sure that this thing is charging. Okay, just give me 1 second. So, dang it, okay, my phone's not doing it, so never mind, we're gonna get into it. Okay, we got the Fool in reverse. We have 7 of coins, or 7 of pentacles. We have 7 of staffs. We have 6 of staffs. And we have 2 of coins. You have 2 sevens here. So maybe 77 is a significant number for you. Could be a lucky number. Or it could be a number that you see a lot. Also, I got 777, okay? Maybe, again, you know, a favorite number, synchronicity type of number that you see, or, you know, just a number that's a significance in your life, okay? So we got the Fool card in reverse. So I feel as though this person's first impression of you is that I feel like you kind of struggle when it comes to um, sort of being open to new ideals, okay, like new ideals, just newfound ways of living, because I feel like, our age is growing and advancing so much, okay, and I feel as though, yeah, with the Fool being in reverse, you don't have that sort of aspect there, okay, where you want to do that. I feel like you're very slow. You're a very slow pace. You like to take your time. You do have a lot of, I feel like, passionate drive within yourself. It's funny. I think I felt the same way for, what was it, like three? Yeah, three. They kind of had like the Fool upright, but it was because, I mean, it was sort of like, yeah, like they were kind of foolish in a sense to kind of take that leap of faith. But I feel as though you're not foolish to sort of take these new chances and things because you're not really into the whole aspect of new ideals, sort of kind of in the way that people in pile 3 were, in a way. But I feel as though it's because I feel like you're really stuck and you're really strict on when it comes to your morals, your ideals and stuff. And I feel as though you have sort of like this slow, stagnant energy, which is not bad. It's sort of like you take your time when it comes to ideals, projects, or, when it just comes to like even like a relationship standpoint as well, okay? We have 7 of coins or 7 of pentacles. And with that being said, 7 of pentacles or 7 of coins is a signification of, you're planting your seeds and you're watching your crops grow, which is basically, it's like you're having patience. You're planting your ideals, your manifestations, you're watching them come to life and being full fruition, okay? And when it comes to coin energy is also a signification of sort of like slow paced energy, or like I said, or pentacles, pentacle energy is slow paced energy. Slow paced energy or slow paced movement because of the fact of it being earth energy. Earth energy is always, slow paced. So I feel as though that's where it comes that element of, you're not foolish. You like to take the time to do things, and like I said, because of your morals and your ideals, I feel like you have that whole mentality where it's like, with the whole tortoise in the hare, the slow, when you go slow and when you take your time, you basically have the potential in the situation, because who won when it came to the whole tortoise in the hare race? It was the tortoise, and everything slow sort of won and beat it in the race. So it's like I feel as though you have that sort of type of mentality within yourself where it's like, that you have to wait. Things are worth waiting for. Patience is a virtue. You have that sort of mindset where it's like, you want to just plant your seeds, which is your manifestations, and you're waiting for them to grow, and they will grow, and they will flourish, and they will come to fruition, okay? And that will happen, and they see you as that type of person that you work that way. You work diligently towards making your dreams a reality, and you're a bit slow at it, but they see that because you're slow in that sort of aspect and you're very hardworking, that's what really helps to signify and come and solidify things together in order for you to make things happen and make things possible, okay? We have 7 of staffs. So with 7 of staffs being here, I feel as though this person, they see you sort of in a lighting where you're heavily guarded.